Hi, I'm Mike Mormon, CEO and founder of ERP Suites. Today I have a very special guest, Manuel Nera, our Vice President of Product and Advisory Services. Today we have a very important topic to discuss. Just like in any software implementations, what does it really take to make it successful, right? There's definitely have to be certain elements that you have to prepare for in order to make really any software implementation, but especially Scanability in our barcode software. Maybe we'll keep this kind of brief. Maybe we'll give two examples here of actually our customers who've been successful implementing Scanability. Maybe we talk a little bit about that.
Yep.
Each one of the two projects that we've had, maybe we can talk through those, maybe give a little experience, and maybe we can give our customer a taste of what success.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll start with one of our early customers, because it's important to know for listeners today that even when our product was early in its life cycle, the architecture facilitated us to do things very, very quickly. So one of our earlier customers that adopted Scanability, we didn't have a whole lot of library flows in our collection. Yet the use of Orchestrator really allowed us to accelerate development and delivery of new flows that the customer needed us to build out. So why do I say this, right? Because we were able to meet their very kind of high expectations on the delivery timeline, while still having to develop some core components. And that's important to realize, that is, if customers have specific needs, today we have a very large library of pre-existing flows that are leveraged for the implementations and accelerating. But if a customer has a specific need that's to their business that is not a core business flow in our library, we can develop it very quickly because of the architecture. So that's an important one for that particular customer. There's another situation I want to highlight that's important, is going back to kind of the overall relationship with the customer, right? We had a situation with another project where they were struggling really in terms of how they should solve an inefficiency they had in their warehouse, in terms of how they were receiving product. And they were really kind of stuck again, right, in terms of how, what was a best practice for implementing an improved receipt process. And our industry expertise came into play. The folks that we have that have been decades and decades of expertise in implementing warehousing systems and in the industry were able to come in and suggest some alternatives they hadn't even pondered. So that in of itself, right, drove a successful project. And it's important to know, right, that having product expertise is one thing, having technical is another thing, having JD Edwards is another thing, as well as industry. That combination of skill set that we have at ERP Suites is very important for customer success.
Yeah, and maybe I'll leave off our audience here with one of the quotes we received from Dayton Lamino, our customer who did implement this. And Barb Lips is a friend of mine, and we've worked for a long time. But she's the CIO there, and she was in a review meeting after we implemented Scanability there, right? I think her quote went somewhere. This is the first meeting in years I heard we did not ship any incorrect parts last month. First time ever, right? And not just because of the software, but like you said, it was because of our expertise, our industry expertise, our JD Edwards expertise in there. So real change, right? Real success, real business improvements that they have. So real cost savings that they realized.